Hi guys, Obi Dave here.
And I am Ash.
Together we are Obi Dave and I am Ash.
Yeah.
Together we are Obi Dave and I am Ash.
Yes.
Together we're Obi Dave and I am Ash. Obi Dave and I am Ash. Obi Dave and I am Ash.
I think he's broken.
You know what? We watched that new What's Her Face movie.
Megan Fox,
Megan
the
Fox movie last
Subservience.
night. Subservience or something. Yeah. And you know what? It's nothing original whatsoever, but it was a fun ride, and it was
sexy.
Yeah, there was a couple of like naughty scenes in it and stuff. Not enough. To be fair, there should have been more.
Yeah, but it was really hot.
But yeah, just when I started glitching for a minute, then it just reminded me of that movie that we watched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Almost gave it away. Then I'm a robot.
You take that from me. I said that last night when we finished the movie. I said I've been keeping it a secret for years.
Yeah, and it's not a secret with you. Everyone knows you're a robot.
That's true.
You're emotionless. Right then, we did This Is Not Happening, Tom Segura.
Yes.
It went all right. So I decided we're going to start doing more This Is Not Happenings.
Yes.
Now that we know we can react to them and release to them, albeit demonetised, at least we can do them. You know, we've got Joey Diaz, we've got Theo Vaughn. There's some pretty decent ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not seen them all by any means, but I've definitely seen a couple. So we're going to do Mark Normand.
Cool.
Mark Normand, Desperate for a Shower.
Okay.
This Is Not Happening. Okay. Should we do it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We were like face to face right here, and she was like, yeah, this is, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's really pretty. And then she looks me right in the eye, and I swear to God, she says, I want you to come into my face.
The other intro wasn't like this, was it?
No. This is a dream of his. Ew.
Welcome to This Is Not Happening. I'm your host, Ari Shafir, and tonight, it's all stories about romance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's got an amazing podcast on iTunes called Tuesdays with Story. Please give it up for Mr. Mark Normand, everybody.
So, here we go. Story time. I decided I wanted to go to film school in New York City, so I moved there. And moved to Crown Heights, Brooklyn with $400 in my pocket. It was a horrible year. I got mugged 3 times in a year. My landlord died of AIDS, and the first day I got my apartment, there was a pigeon in there. Yeah. Probably should have closed with the AIDS. But yeah. So, if you don't know Crown Heights, it's this crazy neighborhood way out in Brooklyn. It's got a highway dividing it. It's all Hasidic Jew on this side, all Caribbean black on this side. So, obviously, I moved into the black side. Yeah. There were 2 apartments available, but I'm not going to live with Hasidic people. I mean, come on. What's going on there? I don't want. How many landlords do you want? You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. And nothing against Jews. I love Jews. My ex-girlfriend's Jewish. I love Ari. Show business. But I would come home drunk a lot at like 5 in the morning, and these Jews would pull up in their minivan, and they'd slide the door. I'm like, you're on the wrong side. Get in. And I was like, I'm not Jewish, and they would just peel right off. Yeah. They were a tough bunch. They're very loyal. So. I lived in this apartment, the worst apartment of all time. Periodically, the hot water would go out, the electricity would go out, and the heat would go out. It was the dead of winter. So I'm going to film school every day. It's like an hour commute back to Manhattan every day from my apartment. And I wake up on Monday to go to school, no hot water. I was like, I didn't shower all weekend, but I can go one more day. It's cold out, I go to school. Tuesday, I wake up, no hot water. I can't take a shower in cold weather with cold water. I'll just go to school. Wednesday rolls around. No hot water. I'll be all right. Now I'm the smelly guy at school, it was brutal. I was that guy, so I'm kind of getting desperate. Thursday comes, 0. No hot water. Nothing. No heat. It's like, but I'm late, so I just go to school. Finally, Friday, I get desperate. I wake up early. I'm like, I'm putting water in a pot. I'm going to boil it, and I'm going to just take a whore bath right in the kitchen, Yeah. So the heat's out, the electricity's out, and the hot water is out. So I just go, God damn it. So I'm in the kitchen in the dark, just pouring water into a pot. I start boiling it, and in the dark, and I just kind of start bathing myself. It felt amazing. I was so gross. And the lights click on just then, and the pot had been used by my roommate to cook stovetop stuffing in the night before. So now, not only do I have terrible BO, I'm covered in 11 herbs and spices. I got all these little things on me, little green things and garlic here. It was a mess. So now I'm desperate. I run to the train. I have no time to clean up. I'm already late. So I run to the train. I get on the train. It's packed out. I'm the only white guy on the...
Oh, God.
You know that feeling when just nothing will go right and you're in a rush and you've just got to go with it and just accept your fate.
Just got to go with it.
Yeah.
It sucks. Those days suck.
Yeah.
That's why I get up really early, just in case.
Yeah, I don't.
All these little things on me, little green things and garlic here. It was a mess. So now I'm desperate. I run to the train. I have no time to clean up. I'm already late. So I run to the train. I get on the train. It's packed out. I'm the only white guy on the train. All these black guys are sniffing me. Like, what is that? Is this hobo Thanksgiving? What's going on here? So I'm like, I don't know. Somebody probably farted. It is November. I don't know. Yeah. So I get to school, and now I'm desperate. I'm going around asking everybody if I can shower at their place. Teachers, students, whatever. I'm just freaking out. Everybody says no. I'm like a weirdo. People are looking at me funny. Eventually, I get to Mrs. Fritz. Now, I'll paint the picture of Mrs. Fritz. She was the horror makeup lady. She did all that horror shit, And she was a kooky gal. She had a beehive hairdo, Lisa Loeb glasses. She would have watermelons on her dress and then watermelon earrings. She was a full-class kook, half art teacher, half hipster, all nut job, She was fun. But she was attractive in her own right. She was probably 40, 41 years old. Nice lady. And I was like, hey, Mrs. Fritz, you're going to kill me, but just feel free to say no. Can I shower at your place? And she goes, yeah, sure. What do I care? I mean, well, this is a 41-year-old woman. She's a teacher. People give her apples, I'm a 21-year-old idiot. I got a propeller hat and a big lollipop. I was nothing, So I was like, oh, my God, thank you so much. I'm so excited. And I know people are thinking, Mark, your hot water's out for a week. You get no electricity. Why didn't you just tell your landlord? Well, it's a little awkward complaining to your landlord about hot water when he has AIDS. It's a tough one. What am I going to say? I got no hot water. Well, I don't have any T cells. Cool. All right. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. So, and he wasn't like Magic Johnson. He was like fucking Dallas Buyers Club. He was, it was bad. I'm talking Rent, Philadelphia, full blown, baby. Yeah. So, nice guy. Sweet kid. So I'm all excited. I'm going to go to Mrs. Fritz's house. I'm going to take a real shower. I hit the buzzer. She buzzes me in. I go up to her place. Amazing apartment. Unbelievable. She was like a real adult. She had pictures in a frame and curtains. It was wild, Every light bulb worked. No stains. Crazy. Real adult. And I go into her kitchen. Giant table laid out, all these placemats, like wine glass, regular glass, 2 plates, forks, knives. The whole thing was crazy. She was having a dinner party at 8. So she's like, hey, you can shower, but you got to get in, get out, I was like, no problem. It was 6:30. I was like, I'll be out here by 8. You got a dinner party, no problem. So I was like, all right, here we go. Let's get in that shower. She goes, well, have a glass of wine first. I was like, all right, I'll have a glass of wine. Then I had another one, and another one. And we're talking about life and love and the arts, and all this stuff. And I just got out of college, so I had a couple tricks up my anal, I was ready to go, and she just talking about everything. We're laughing, we're having a great time, and this is like a real woman here, I'm a 21-year-old drunk from New Orleans. The only people I've hooked up with are bar skanks and cousins, nothing crazy. So I'm intimidated by her. She's successful and smart and clever and interesting and all that. I was blown away. And we're drinking, we're having a great time. And she goes, I'm making some paella here. She had 8 pots going, all this food. I'm like, well, I got to skedaddle here, sister. I can't be eating. You got dinner party coming over, She was like, don't worry about it. You got plenty of time. It's 7 o'clock. All right, so I have the paella. It's amazing, unbelievable, so good. Everything's great. We're laughing. She pours another glass of wine. And I was like, look, it's 7:30. I got to get in the shower. And she goes, all right. And she had everything in there, soap. And so then unbelievable, real adult. So I'm like, oh, wow, this is great. All right. So I remember, laughing. She hands me a towel. We're having a great time. She's so nice. And I remember taking a shower, being in her bathroom, just am I gonna fuck Miss Fritz? No, come on. She's a 58-year-old woman. What are you, crazy? Get out of here. She's got a dinner party on the way over.
It was 41
So I was like, all right, come on. So I get out of the shower, I dry off real quick. It's like 7:48 now. I'm freaking out. So I get out of the shower. I'm like, all right, that was great. I put my new clothes on. I'll get out of your hair. This was a great time. She goes, well, have one more glass of wine. I'm like, Mrs. Fritz, you got people coming over. This is at the dinner party. And she goes, it's fine. So she does another glass of wine poured, and she goes, let me give you the tour of the house before you go. I was like, all right, yeah, you guys know, I didn't know what tour meant. So I was like, all right, sure, I'll take a tour. Yeah, I'm holding my glass of wine. She's like, this chair has been in my family for 1,000,000 years. This lamp is from the Byzantine era, whatever, all this shit. And she's like, this painting has been in my family for years. Come, get on the couch, step on the couch. So we're standing on her couch, look at this painting. And, I was like, this is nice. She's like, yeah, it's Rembrandt's gay period or whatever. And staring at this thing, and we were like face to face right here, and she was like, yeah, this is, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's really pretty. And then she looks me right in the eye, and I swear to God, she says, I want you to come into my face. True story. True story. Unbelievable. So I go, I think I can do that. And so we just start going at it on the floor. We're making out like crazy. We're rolling around. We knock over lamps. The cat's hissing. It was just hot. It was wild. Crazy. Teacher, student, paella. What a night. So we're going at it like animals. I pick her old ass up. I throw her on the bed. The whole thing. Oh, my God. It was wild. And she pulls some cord. All the lights go out in the house. Something happened. So now we're rolling around in the dark, just going at it. Crazy. This is a 68-year-old woman I'm banging here. This is wild. So it was just hot and heavy and great in every way and all this. I could feel her earrings dangling around me. It was unreal. So we're going at it. We're both naked. And I remember at one point, we're probably 45 minutes into this. We're going at it. I was in the doggy style position. And I remember vividly thinking, where the hell's that dinner party? People cancel. Who cares? Let's get back to it. So we're going at it, blah, blah, blah. Eventually we go at it for a while, then we pass out. We go wine drunk, and we've had probably 9 glasses of wine here. So we pass out. I wake up the next morning, the sun is beaming in, the whole apartment's lit up. I got a crazy wine hangover, and I was like, oh my God, what the hell happened last night? That was wild. Oh man, I look down, she's kind of nuzzled right here, and I go to get up. I look at the bed, covered in blood, head to toe. I mean, this was tons. It was like a murder scene. She must have lost tons of iron. This is wild. I mean, I didn't know what to do. And, I thought, at that age, isn't that shit over? I had no idea, and she was so nonchalant about it. She's like, we should have put a towel down. That was a fucking tarp. That's insane. So it's like, oh my God, the irony here. I'm coming from the cleanest I've ever been in weeks. Now I'm covered in uterine lining here, all right? It was unbelievable. I got ovaries on my face. I looked like a fucking Apache here. I was like, fucking war paint. Oh my God, it was crazy. But I was like, oh wow, all right, well I guess this is New York City. Yeah. So I had, I was still in school. I had school on Saturday back then. So I was like, I gotta get up. I gotta go. What are you, crazy? And I just didn't have time to shower. I just put my clothes on, and I remember my underwear was so gross. I just put it in my pocket. I just put my jeans on. Yeah, and I just put them there, jeans on, shirt on. I just ran out the door, and she goes, hey, wait a minute. Before you go, remember, I'm a fucking teacher. You're a student. Don't tell anybody, you weirdo. We could get in trouble. I'm like, of course. She's like, I'm serious. This is real stuff here. I'm like, of course. So I run down to the train. I get on the train. I go to school, and I immediately gather every male at the school. Every single one, student, teacher, janitor, whatever you are. I had the goddamn mayor in there, yeah. So I gather all of them into the equipment room. Everybody's hanging from the rafters. People are sitting on the floor. Everybody's like, what's going on, Norman? What's the big news? What's the word? I go, you're not going to believe this. I banged Mrs. Fritz. And they all go, oh, shut up. Get out of here. She's, 71. What are you, crazy? You're a liar. And I go, you don't believe me, huh? I pull out the tighty whities. Yeah. So they were like, oh my God, everybody's hitting each other, going crazy, unbelievable. It was like that, when you have sex with a Greek and you put the sheet out on the window? That was it. Google that. So
It's a tradition to prove that you've consummated the marriage.
And is it supposed to be like a bloody sheet?
Well, yeah, because
Because there'd be a virgin.
Yeah, so when you break the hymen, generally women bleed. Not a lot, but...
Yeah, just getting pretty graphic now.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. It was like 16 candles, but with like a miscarriage in there. Yeah, it was unbelievable. So Monday comes around, they fire Miss Fritz. Yeah, but they never told her why, which is why I did this show. It's cool. We're Facebook friends. All right, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Jesus, if that's like he seriously never told her.
I believe it.
What a dirtbag. I know you're 21 and you want to brag, but fucking hell, mate.
She was in a position of power and she took advantage of him. I'm sorry, but that's just not okay in this day and age.
Oh, he was quite happy about it.
No.
Oh my God.
No, he's a survivor, Mark Norman.
But the blood, it's so gross.
I did love that line where he said she had everything in there. Soap.
Yeah, I must admit.
That was one of those where I feel like he's run that bit so many times and then probably like changed that from shampoo to soap or to a loofah or something, and then just found that soap was the one.
That was the one. Yeah, someone else has commented, she had everything in there.
Soap. That was great.
That's it. Like, love how she got older each time we brought up her age. I absolutely, yeah. She started off at like 41 to then 58 to 68 to 71. It was like, what's going on here?
I really like that as like a comedy vehicle that people do when they tell a story and then
Changes
one little detail, and it is usually age or size or something.
Oh, yeah.
Just keeps changing as they go throughout the story.
It also shows if you're paying attention. It's like...
Yeah. But
like
Dave Chappelle's done stuff like that a couple of times where he's just tweaking it throughout the story.
And then you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was really good.
That was great. Right. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let us know which other This Is Not Happenings we need to do. Obviously, we're going to do Theo Vaughn, Joey Diaz. Just let us know the other ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Cheers for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.